back to Cytology. This is lesson 3, part B. I'm sorry, in the other lesson we got some technical problems and the video was released late, so the other one was destroyed, so it is now part A and now this is part B. But I'm very sorry, but be patient. I'm going to produce. This is lesson 3B of advanced level biology cytology, and we were on chloroplast. Kindly request you, if you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and the bell that comes immediately after you click on the subscribe button, so that you can get notifications once I upload videos and you don't miss any. So now, welcome back, and now today this is chloroplast. As we had already seen, it is in plant cells only and is not found in animal cells, and it contains chlorophyll. So chloroplast contains chlorophyll, and the chloroplasts, they are mainly found in the palisade mesophyll layer of the leaves. This one you already know it from your O level. The palisade mesophyll layer of the leaves, it is where the chloroplasts they are found. And for the case of the higher plants, they are 5 to 14 micrometer long and are bounded by a double membrane which is 30 nanometer thick. So they are bounded by two double membrane, just like the mitochondria. So they are bounded by two double membrane. But for them, the internal membrane, the second membrane or the inside membrane is not, it is not coiled. Okay. And the outer membrane, it has a similar structure to plasma membrane. The outer membrane, it has a similar structure to the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane that is well known as the cell membrane. Also, the inner membrane is folded into a series of lamellae. So it has those things called lamellae and is highly selective in what to enter or goes out of the chloroplast. So now, this is the drawing showing the chloroplast. So now, the chloroplast, it has the stoma, it has the outer membrane, the inner membrane, it has the granum, this part here. It also has the starch grain. It has the energy store that is made from sugars, the one that we call oil droplet. It has the ribosomes, it has the saturated DNA, and this is the lamella. The whole of this one, that is the lamella. And now the outer membrane of the chloroplast is smooth and permeable to materials such as glucose, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. So the outer membrane of the chloroplast, it is smooth and is permeable to those materials. Very many of them materials they can enter. But now the inner membrane for it extends inside to form a series of layers known as the lamella, or these lamella they can also be biologically known as thylakoid. And the function of the lamella is to hold the chloroplast in a suitable position for trapping sunlight. So this is their function, holding the chloroplast in suitable position for trapping of the sunlight, because you know they use sunlight to make their own food. So the lamella, they are suspended into a colorless matter, or the colorless matrix. This colorless matrix, so it is not visible, it is here, just here around, but you can't see it. So because it is colorless, you can't see it. So it is in that colorless that is known as stroma. And the stroma, it contains the cellular DNA, the ribosomes, the proteins like the rubisco, which we shall look at during the Krebs cycle, the starch granules, and the lipid droplets. So now, because it contains the DNA and the ribosomes, the chloroplast, they can self-replicate. That is what we call their autonomous. The other one was semi-autonomous, the mitochondria, but this one is autonomous. It can fully replicate, and it is because they contain the DNA and the ribosomes. And also all the photosynthetic reactions, they take place in the chloroplast, and their sites for photosynthesis, where solar energy is trapped by chlorophyll and converted to chemical energy. So this one is very well known that that the photosynthetic reactions or the other reactions involving the formation of starch, they take place in the chloroplast. So the chloroplast is the site for photosynthesis, and it is where the solar energy is converted by chlorophyll to chemical energy. Hence the process goes on. You know what goes on, whereby the glucose reacts with the water to form so it is whereby the starch is formed by the reaction of carbon dioxide gas and the water in the presence of this chlorophyll. Now, what are the functions of the chloroplast? So now, these functions, they are classified according to the part. For example, the thylakoid membrane, or the one that we call the lamellae, it is the site of the light stage of photosynthesis. The site of light stage. So that lamella, or the one that we are calling the thylakoid, that is its function. The light stage, the first stage where light hits. The stroma, the other colorless inside, it is the site of the darker stage of photosynthesis. We shall understand these states in our next topic. Don't worry of them. The darker stage and the light stage, we shall come to understand them later. So the chloroplasts, they are never present in animal cells, but they are present in cells of green plants. Now, when you are comparing the differences between the mitochondria and the chloroplast, let us begin with the similarities. We have seen that both of them, they contain the double membrane, which is very true. They contain double membrane, and they are semi-autonomous. That's they can self-replicate among themselves, all of them. They contain DNA and RNA. They have a fluid matrix. They contain ribosomes. They produce energy, and even they contain enzymes. So those are the common things on them. But they are somehow different because the mitochondria is found in both plant and animal cell, but the chloroplast is found in green plants and some bacteria. So some bacteria, they contain chloroplast, as you already know. And also the inner membrane of the mitochondria is folded to form crystal, but this one is folded to form the thylakoid, or the one that we call the lamella. So those are some of the differences. We also have others here, and we are saying that it doesn't contain the pigment. For it has no pigment, but for the case of the chlorophyll, it has the chlorophyll and the carotenoids. It also lacks the starch grains, but this one, it has the starch grains. This one releases energy, the mitochondria, during aerobic respiration. But this one, it stores energy from photosynthesis. And also the mitochondria, it contains the ATPase enzyme, whereas the chloroplast, it contains the rubisco enzyme. And as I have told you, we shall come to look at the rubisco enzyme very soon. So now we are stopping here for today. So in our next lesson, our lesson 4, we are going to look at the nucleus, and under the nucleus we shall look at very many things. So please subscribe if it is your first time, and click on the bell that comes after you have clicked on the subscribe button, so that you can get updated on all videos, so that if I upload any video, you get it and you don't miss any single lesson. Note that we don't teach biology only, we also have chemistry, we have computer, we have mathematics. So all the lessons are being uploaded. So you just subscribe and also share with your friends, so that they can also see, so that they can also follow these lessons during this period where classes are closed. So please do not forget to also comment in case you have any question. I'm ready to answer you. Just send it on the comment section, and then I'll answer you. And this is my WhatsApp number. If you want to contact me, you write it. It is there on the screen. Then from there you can either WhatsApp me. You can tell me to add me to my WhatsApp group, where I always upload all of these videos. No problem. So allow me stop here. We meet in our lesson 4 of our Cytology Advanced Level Biology. I remain KAMATE NTUYENABO.